All right, guys, we're back. So as I said, ours is still baby struggles. So surprisingly, the things that gave us energy to just say, you know what, suck it up, don't be soft, keep moving on, was seeing these guys during COVID.
2020.
That year was 2020.
Yeah.
Tell us. 2020 was a horror movie.
By then it was.
The way normally horror movies start with all people hanging out and having
laughing,
and party.
yeah.
By the time it's over, it rains. There was lightning.
Then it's at night, and then you need to go to a house which you know is
haunted.
Haunted,
Wow.
everything.
What? Hey.
Yeah. Paint for us the picture. What is happening first at home, man?
2020. Beautiful, amazing year. Let me
Awesome.
tell you, it began and we knew this is the year of the Lord. It's so prophetic. And what you said at the beginning, this is my year, we knew 2020 was our year. Everything was working out. Anto had gotten
No, it's okay. I also forgot in 2020 I was supposed to go to the US. Then as soon as the day I was New York, as soon as I was about to, Donald Trump said, by the way,
Borders closed.
and I survived, all have died.
Yeah, so 2020, amazing. He just gotten into a contract that seemed to work for our lives because we wanted to do both business.
By the way,
have
And it
some
was a
income.
nice and
This
convenient.
guy's
Nice,
making money.
convenient. COVID has started. Good thing. Let me tell you, we work from home.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like we're working from home. Perfect. Like it works for us 100.
Right.
So he's working from home. Clients are coming in.
Money is coming. Money is
Money
coming.
is
Money.
Flowing.
That's we don't have money, but them.
It's coming in. We are starting to dream big. Man is dreaming. I need to surprise my wife.
By the way, may I even know one of the plans?
I don't even know.
You don't know.
Plans have gone on in Nini. We have been desiring a child for the longest in our lives. Is 3 years. I know there are people who's been longer, but our 3 years first.
Yeah, because they have 2 children. So this was second.
This was our second child.
Yeah.
And so God had promised us this child from 2017. Just here, oh baby girl. So I was at a point, I'm like, listen, God, stay with your child. You're not doing this anymore. I can't be waking up every month and I'm just like,
My people dying in the background.
so we are there.
No, just make sure that at that time you're just waking up and you're telling God, you know I'm hungry. You're also looking at me.
Of course. Check it.
Your fault.
Check it. Listen,
Yes,
we are having faith. We are having faith. We're believing the Lord. We've gotten words, prophetic words. God has spoken. We know, yes, this is our season. Everybody's dreaming about our baby. Everybody has seen even how they look like.
You know?
All these things, I'm seeing it and I'm like, yeah, this is it.
This is it.
And
Yeah.
words came that this one is coming with so much wealth. And
Yeah, so
already
much wealth.
seeing
And
that
it was
vibe.
Yeah, we're seeing the vibe.
Like,
Like,
this is happening.
this
And
is the
so,
season.
But it is
I'm
the
pushing myself.
And throw on the laptop.
I used to be on the laptop in the morning. I think I had, that was just before I was told to work from home.
Yeah.
And so the contract was easy. I had enough time in the morning,
Yeah.
so I would do other projects before I go.
Yeah. So life is good. The only thing that is frustrating us is this child is not coming.
Exactly, and you know
So-
you can't build one.
Yeah, you
just the same.
You wake up in the morning and
Every
you realize, well, no baby. I walk to the sitting room and I'm like, nothing. So I'm
Maybe
telling
at that
this
time,
because
Anto
he
is a
at
machine.
home.
If you know, you know.
We've all been there.
If you know, you know. Anto is a machine.
Friend, brother, Nyate, how are you not angry? He's like, imagine God will do it.
Yeah, it was calm.
You are so calm. I'm like, how is this
You
guy
really
calm?
did your job,
Like,
I did my job.
yeah, priest. Gioni, he's coming, he's trying to hold me. I'm like, why are we not priest together? We're supposed to be priest together. Are we not in this together? Anyway, so the Lord decided to do that thing for us.
Yes.
Come on.
Let me tell you, kwanza we didn't even realize we were pregnant. Like we didn't even realize, like sasa sayo nimeingia workout ya Alvin nini.
Baby, shut up.
We saw your abs.
Yeah.
It's like,
I remember. I have it. I have it.
I'm doing so well. Then I'm like, hey, it's been a week. The red robot has not arrived. Week 2. I'm
Checking
like,
the app.
dear gynecologist, how are you?
You need to do the test first.
I didn't even do the test. I was just like, I've done enough of those. I'm done. Like,
No breaking
yeah, I'm like, dear gynecologist, how are you? I have not seen the red robot in 2 weeks. You, what do you think is the problem? He's like, have you done a test? No. And he's like, okay, so you come, we do. Go on. We're like, okay. Mix the legs. Mixing legs all the way to Mefika Hospitali. Congratulations, Vivian, you're pregnant.
This is mommy.
Let me tell you, I went to Basak in that office, man.
Good job. If your man congratulate the man first, because my friend, your cousin.
So you may text a few people here and there. I've texted this one for group and me, I'm on my way to the hospital with this one. Audio, I'm pregnant. Oh my God, I'm pregnant. Watch her to Leah. The whole world is crying. Everyone is like, even the sun is crying for us. The moon, everything. And the whole world stood for us. But it was amazing. I went back home, did a cap shoot. I was like, God is faithful.
Post hashtag
God is faithful.
People don't know.
From the story I tell, you know, you're just like,
exuding positivity.
when he says it, he will do it. Yeah. Amazing. So your life
Believe.
is good. Believe. Hey, hata ikukaa sana. Like my son would say, it did not stay for long. Hey, it did not stay for long. One day, Anto's mom was home, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, Anto's mom had come home.
She was a bit unwell.
She was a bit unwell, nini, so we were like, mother, come, let's get some tests done, nini. So she came, so she was at home during that time. Kumbuka, this is COVID, curfew is at 6 p.m., right?
Yeah.
So imefika kitu 6 something, I feel something coming out.
Ooh.
I'm like, what's that? I'm like, well, I know pregnancy and some kind of distress, something, but this felt
A bit much.
yeah. It came again. I'm like, now I'm feeling wet. Now I'm asking myself, can I have peed on myself? Well, that makes sense. So I randomly just go to the bathroom, like, oh, maybe I'm just pressed and my body has not realized it. You know, I just go to the toilet. The first thing I see is blood.
Jesus.
Robot.
Yo! Mimi nisha panic. I am crying.
Proper.
Tosh! I'm bleeding! We are making calls to the whole world. I'm bleeding! Oh my God!
Yeah,
I'm bleeding! Oh God! I'm
Just
bleeding.
telephone.
My friend,
Baby.
at that time we are broke to even go. You understand? We cannot help. Yani, COVID imefanya hivi. Bingo. We cannot help.
So even though unajiuliza, how do you go to hospital? Hakuna cabs.
There are no
Hakuna
carbs.
matatu,
At that time
curfew
it was very,
ishafika.
very strict. Very serious.
Yeah. So I call my guy and I'm like, Doctor, I am bleeding. He's like, where are you? I'm at home, man. He's like, okay, where is the next available hospital that you can make it to? I don't know. Maybe South B, maybe. I don't know. Like, tukutane huko mimi. Okay. Get an ultrasound, nini. See how.
This was week?
This was week 9.
Week 9.
Yes.
9 of the pregnancy. Week 9 of the
Week 8, week
pregnancy.
9.
Yeah, week 9. No.
It was
It was week 7.
It was soon, yes.
Sorry,
It
it was week 5.
It was
week
early.
5.
Oh, wow.
early,
It was week
yes,
5,
because it was an abrupt shock.
Because it was immediately after we found out we
You're
were
happy.
pregnant, then the following week it started. So this was like week
Well,
5 of the pregnancy, we are bleeding. So thank God Anto's sister Susie was able to, she works for a call center, so she was telling us about these wings.
Wings for life.
Wings for life.
Wings for life.
Maze, wings for life.
Mashourrout.
So we are called this number, they'll take you to the hospital. So we called, they organized a cab for us, ikatupeleka hosi. By there for free. I think by now they are asking guys to support, and I'm like, by there if you can support, please support. Like
Yeah.
it saved a lot of people. And so in the hospital, did an ultrasound, they're like, you have a subchorionic
Subchorionic
hematoma.
Hey.
When you think you're a health doctor, I need this kind
Who
of
said why didn't say anything? Sijasema kitu. Hippopotamus.
I was not good in biology, but that one I got it.
baby is okay, but you need to be on bed
Oh,
rest,
yeah.
Nini. So you need to take some time off, just
But
be
who
on
is
bed
Vivian?
rest.
In church, she's there, jumping, praising, worshiping. Like, you
This
don't
was
understand what
later.
the doctor said.
No.
Still,
No, at that time, you see, it was church.
Listen to your
No
doctor's
church.
advice.
Listen to the doctor.
don't be like
Meskia,
Vivian.
don't be like us. Don't do it. So, of course, we went back home. The bleeding can reduce. This was week 5.
Week 5.
Week 6, I'm just in the
Batch two.
house minding my business. Felt something come out. I'm like,
The devil is a liar.
I check again. Is blood. Sisi our wings for life. It's happening again. Save our lives. We don't know what to do. The same routine. Back to hospital. Another ultrasound. People. Medication in Nairobi is expensive.
That's what I was coming to.
We
Yeah.
have made money, yay!
And remember the money we were making.
Money is coming in.
Ilikuwa
Money is
inanyonga
coming in.
hivi. Like life was doing this.
That is sweet. It was being pulled. In the village, we used to blow air through a pipe, and then the fire comes out. But then now it was vice versa. Then we see the fire going.
I didn't notice that.
It was bad. It was bad.
You can't celebrate. Money nakuja lakini.
No,
Actually,
snap,
actually, at that time it was easy because huko unaifeel sana. It was just hospital.
Kidogo, kidogo.
15, 20, 15,
We
10K.
were rich. 10K
You know,
seemed like very little.
that season.
Like
Yani, as we were here suffering with 1K, you guys had the hundreds of.
imagine.
We were.
You don't know what Anto was saving for that
We were
time.
Okay, listen to the story.
I'm not even getting at it.
So that was week 6. That happened. So my doctor had to put me on hormonal injections to sustain the pregnancy. Wapendwa. Shindano moja. Sio shilingi 2. Nilikuwa napata shindano gapi?
3.
Alafu hushungu nayo 2. Hushungu nayo hata mpaka sasa hivi bado niko na two lumps. 2 lumps of those injections. I used to limp. Let me tell you, my friends. At this point, I limped for a while. Yeah, I'm asking God at this point, like, oh yeah, what's the plan? I understand we wanted this kid, but sahi, behave. But at some point, I went and this guy was praying and having his own session. I just walked in on him, opened the door. Listen. In the middle, him is praying. I just opened the door. I was like, listen. Hatuzai mtoto mwingine. Umenisikia? This is our last child. Do you hear me?
These those moments in prayer where you're praying. You're having moments with God. Then someone comes in and he starts speaking.
I think God even runs. Man,
So
you sort out your wife.
Imagine God is here looking at God,
This woman is
looking at the woman, looking at the
Now he
creator.
gave you.
Yeah. Aye.
Hey, that was week 6. Week 7.
Yo,
Bruh.
Bleed. Now this time week 7, it was week 7 was
7
not
was
even
not as bad, yes.
We bled week 7. We were back to hospital. Same routine. Unakumbuka ile routine tulirudia kwanza.
Same
Supply help us. Then we repeat again, ultrasound injections back home. Well, please repeat this. We are at now week 7.
We're at 7.
Repeat it again.
8.
Week 8. Now week 9.
Week 9, that one.
Week 9, guys. Week 9 had me.
That one.
Week 9 took me. Week 9 nilikuwa nimelala. Tulikuwa tumeenda kulala. It was about kitu 2 a.m. I felt a gush coming out. And I was like, well, that doesn't matter. Kwanza unaisikilia na huku juu. You feel kwanza ni kama tumbo iko na, you know when you want to go for a long walk. Una feel ni kama tumbo imeanza kusokota. So I would feel it. Then I was like, well, this doesn't make sense. Then I felt a gush coming out. But I was like, that makes sense. So I put on the bedside lamp. Nikafungua bed. I'm not seeing anything on my sheet. I'm like,
Tuko sawa.
niko sawa. But then I tell myself, then maybe just go to the toilet just to be clear. When I stood up, I just saw a pool of. Situ unakuwa ukweli.
Hey!
Sorry, graphic content. Graphic content.
Yes.
a pool of, let me tell you, blood was all over the floor. It has spilled, and then there was this thick
Lump.
floor
Oh my
that I
god.
didn't understand, and it fit in my hand like this.
Oh my goodness.
I remember coming to the room and you're like,
So I you were in the room. I woke you up.
I don't know what I'd gone to do to pick or something to clean. Then I came back and you were crying and you
Yeah, it's a bit.
This, and I was like, this is it. This is our child. I even was like, and then in the point, I was just like, well, I didn't get a chance to meet you. This is so sad. Him, Ako, twende see.
Robot.
I'm like,
You're like, for what?
what for? We are done. Like, are you not seeing our child? Do you not see it? Is it not making sense to you? Him is like, twende see. This was like at 3 a.m. So at this point, I was just like, I'm not even doing that routine knowing some life. Help us. I was just like, my friend, me, I'm done. So he took the phone, did the wings of life, because now I'm a Zoya Paka and I do the words.
Oh, at that time you guys didn't have a car yet.
We didn't have a car.
I remember.
We didn't have a car. So this guy is the one now doing the call because now this is how many weeks down the line it is the same routine.
Yeah.
Yes, we are bleeding. Oh, this week's pregnant. Oh, nini. Yes, we are here. Oh, nini. This time my doctor said, Apana, I need you to come to
This wings for life. Are they still operating? Because I feel like there's.
That's what she's saying, donate.
Yeah, I think they are. I think
Like
they
this
are.
is like better than this is like the 911 of Kenya.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
for
for
the
mothers.
treatment for mothers.
Yeah.
It's for pregnant women only.
It's for pregnant women. But I know it came with some challenges, I think, because of finances and then maybe sustaining it
It's
was also
hard to
becoming hard.
It needs real funds.
Yeah, because you needed either a taxi company, whether Uber, Taxify or whatever, or an ambulance. So based on how serious your condition was, they would determine whether they get you an Uber or a taxi or they get you an ambulance.
And there was a guy now on call as well.
Yeah. So they call the guy talks to you, finds out how serious the situation is. So he's the one, the guy is the one to recommend which hospital, what car to pick you, whether it's a taxi or a...
And I hope they're still operating.
Because they called later on, they called me asking for feedback and asked me if if it would be okay if I would pay half the cost if something like that ever happened. I was like, yeah, that saved a whole. It was worth it. Yeah, so this guy insisted tukaenda hospitali tukakutana na daktari. Let me tell you, the devil is a liar. You people have no idea. We figure and they do the ultrasound and they cannot figure out where the bleed came from.
Imagine.
Testify.
They checked everywhere and the report said no active bleeding. I'm like,
What was it?
What was that on my floor? That was not my imagination. There was no active bleed. Nowhere in the womb. So now what was funny was they were telling me the baby now is hanging by a thread.
Like a thread.
Yes, it was a complete threatened.
It's not well attached. It was not.
Yeah.
It was not.
So again, I was told you have to stay on bed rest. However, we have to admit you for a while. And so I was in people being admitted time your COVID was not the best thing. You can't have visitors. You can't. It's lonely.
Even the spouse used to have a very tough time. Even the spouse used to have.
Even the spouse used to have, like, he was only allowed to visit, I think, once a day only.
I remember.
Hey man, it was so
So fight with guards every day.
Yeah.
Every day. You bribe them. Like sasa boss familiar.
Friend up, yeah, nakuja. Just going find your way in, yeah.
So this is week 9. We are now in hospital. We get discharged. I am now extra limping because the injections were so much more. The pain was extreme. Now I'm on bed rest again. Anyway, I was still on bed rest. This thing continued week 9, week 10, week 11, week 12. That's
3
when it
months.
stopped.
3 months.
Of bleeding.
Yes, that's when it stopped.
That's
The
when it
spotting,
stopped.
that's when it
Everything.
stopped. By the time ilikuwa inafika week 10, I think we had gotten to a place now we had even become experts. But that's like, is the blood brown?
It's
or
not.
red?
Brown.
Good.
What is
Is
it?
that brown?
I thought like
The doctor.
You know? If it's dark brown, we know we are good. It's old blood. If it's bright red, you're like, okay, fresh, danger.
For Makiwa, this time we have a team praying.
Yeah.
We have
yeah.
the least.
we are so
all we can
low.
give.
But let's give prayers, that's all.
We had, but hey, our
Family.
friends on standby, our churchmates, our
Family,
everyone,
parents.
where everyone was carrying this baby. Let me tell you,
And we had named Sammy.
You know, I got to pray for God for our problems during COVID, but all of a sudden, my prayers start to go.
It just keeps going to the Bwanas.
Because Anto had something else doing that day.
Yeah.
Yes, Baba.
I think.
When when the pregnancy started stabilizing, the pregnancy started stabilizing, things were looking good. I was off the injections. Life was doing well.
Then we felt, then do it again. Give me
again.
Then that's how we passed the baton. Then now the place where money was being eaten, which was the hospital, still
Was that another?
now we felt like now we are good. So now there's no more scans and all that. But then those things were expensive.
Yeah,
They were expensive.
very expensive.
So now the brother here is like, now we can continue with the account of saving for a surprise car for my wife.
Yes.
Come on.
So I'm chapai works, I'm busy like crazy. In the morning I'm doing my own thing, my job. Mchana, I'm with her because now I'm working from home. Things are, thank you for my former company, that was amazing. It's good having you. But you had a good time with me also. So it was dope. And things were working very well. I saved for a while. Then all of a sudden, my dad fell down.
Before your dad fell down, before your dad fell down, my son was having a hard time understanding that the mom is on bed rest. So he would always want to come and hang around. Sometimes he'd want to lie on my tummy, sometimes he'd want to, And so my mom was like, see, you give me that kid, let me go with him to the village so that I can stay with him so that you guys can be safe with the pregnancy. Let me tell you, God knows what he's doing.
That's God.
By the way,
God knew.
Because it was becoming tough. Jade was very clingy.
Yeah.
And I
think
see
he knew
there
this
was
was
so I
coming.
knew.
Yeah, as a boy,
felt
first
the
boy.
danger, but then she wanted to
Yeah.
carry the boy.
That's her son.
Sasa, my dad falls down. Like I think he was coming into the house and then he slipped and just missed a step and fell down. So, mom calls me on a Monday.
Father
Alianguka Sunday.
and then my mom was living with Jade on Monday.
On Monday, yes. That
So
Monday.
randomly,
So
it was your sister who called you.
just after, before they left actually. It was before they left.
Oh yeah, before they left.
So before they left in the morning, they're just parking. Jade is being, they're almost just leaving, and then mom calls. My sister calls me. Hey, unajua Buddha alianguka. I'm like, hey. Then did you guys do anything like mlienda hosi or something? Apana, we didn't go to hosi. I'm like, you guys, what do you mean? At sasa, funny enough, he can't even wake up. He can't stand. I'm like, what are you guys saying?
Funny about that.
Nikamwambia, like, find a way Buddha afike hosi. Ama tukutane hosi, even today. Then I called my mom. So now my mom explains to me. He fell. Couldn't move from that place. He complained about So apparently the space between the door, there's a wall after entering the door. The door. So that wall, that space is too small. So I think the way he fell, he jacked his neck somewhere. So he hit his head like this, then crack. So them they are trying to cover something, to massage.
Just after a breath of fresh air.
So he's like, no. So she's telling me this story. I'm like, we need to be in hospital right now. So I calm myself down. I tell my mom, find an Uber. Let's meet at the hospital now. And then we left. Zindikisha Jade and nyanya yake wakatoka tu hivi. I told Vivian something has happened. I think it's so serious, and I don't think they are seeing the magnitude of it, because immediately nilijua this is not just a simple thing. Something has broken.
Yeah.
So we left, went to...
No, you went alone. I'm still on bed.
No, she's on bed rest. Yes, so I went to hospital. Went to hospital 1. Okay. Condition. There's no much that we can do, but we will refer to, I don't know, the hospital 2, Nairobi Women's or something. Nairobi Women's from morning. This is the same day. That is hospital 1, went to hospital 2. Hospital 2, they're like, okay, this thing seems like serious. We need to get a scan. At this point, the guy has not been eating
since.
So my dad is complaining, and I can see because I know my dad used to be very strong.
Yeah.
So he's complaining of pain. I'm like, hey, this guy is always strong. This thing must be serious. So at that point now, because I'm cautious, because I'm imagining what has happened in that place, I don't want anyone to carry him anyway. So he asked for a collar. Yes. Then we went for a scan, MRI. Scans come out. I don't know, C4, C3, broken things, your wordings, those ones. Those ones, yes. I'm like, hey, so what do we do? I went back to Nairobi Women's, and now we knew this had to be a surgery situation to fix it. And then the doctor explained all this. At this point, my head is just calculating, okay, this is money. And of course, we've already started using money proper. Now we are moving with an ambulance. Yes, we are moving an ambulance, Sasa. So I'm just updating my wife. Then now in hospital, Okasema, this one we are looking at here. The hospital saying we can't do this here. You have to go to KNH. But there's a guy we know, so I'm like, give me the contact. Let me talk to this guy. Talk to the doctor. He's like, that one can be 1 point. Is it 1.5?
And I said to you,
1.8. Yes, so now that is when Nika realized, okay, boss, where's Ebola? Kitu. You don't. In my head, I'm like, I was planning to save some money for my wife's car, I'm pushing myself. 1.8, now when we buy the discs, that's 350,000, calculating even a circle lienda. So I was just listening in my head, then we finished, and I'm like, and it's like, yeah, so you guys can organize, if you come today, you can do a booking, and I'm like, okay.
In fact, you need to transfer him.
So then I turned and looked at my mom and my sis, they're like, okay. Yes, you're good. Called my wife. It's bad. Kume umana. So father is getting more. It's pain inakuwa more.
But hakuli
anything. He has not eaten anything to that point. Anapata food and a jam. The pain. And now he's now just saying. He's beginning to say just this.
He's not.
Because it was unlovely.
He's not been sleeping because of pain. So I'm like, am I going to leave this guy here?
He's hungry.
Nanajua halali and all this. So like things change like this from an okay moment, an okay season, and then you're going to hospital 1A, you just unaanza tu kubreak. By the time that day was ending, I was down. Like nilikuwa, I think, and I thank you guys for your prayers, because that is the season when nilianza kufeel now. Hiyo siku nilianza kufeel. After sharing it with you, I was like, okay, I just need crazy peace and crazy faith. So after sharing with my wife, who was supposed to be on bed rest tomorrow morning, so that day we went home, slept home.